Act 5 of The Family of Love by Thomas Middleton, Thomas Dekker, and Lording Barry. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 5, Scene 1. A room in Glister's house. Enter Dr. Glister and Mistress Glister.
"'Tis was your colour to keep her close, but what cloak have you for hers and your own shame? What, your own niece, your brother's daughter, besides your bastard in the country?"
Wife, range not too far, I would advise you. Come home in time, vex me not beyond sufferance. The two-edged sword of thy tongue hath drawn blood o' me. Patience, I say, thou art all this while in an error.
"No, thou hast been all this while in a urinal. Thou hast gone out of thy compass in women's waters. You're a conjurer, forsooth, and can rouse your spirits into circles. Ah, you old fornicator, that ever I saw that red beard of thine! Now could I rail against thy complexion. I think in my conscience the traces and caparison of Venus' coach are made of red hairs, which may be a true emblem that no flaxen stuff or tanned white leather draws love like them. I think thou manuredest thy chin with the droppings of eggs and muscadine before it bristled. A shame take thee and thy lodestone! But 'tis no matter. Master Placket the parroter has cited you, and you shall answer it."
Oh, the raging jealousy of a woman! Do you hear, wife? I will show myself a man of sense, and answer you with silence, or like a man of wisdom speak in brief. I say you are a scold, and beware the cucking stool.
Exit.
"I say you are a ninny-hammer, and beware the cuckoo. For as sure as I have ware, I'll traffic with the next merchant venturer. And in good time, here comes gallants of the right trade."
Enter Lipsalve and Gudgeon, and Glister behind, watching them.
"All alone, Mistress Glister? Meditating who shall be your next child's father?"
"Indeed, methinks that should be one end of her thought, and be but to cry quittance with her husband, of whose abuse the town rings."
Glister, aside.
Flax and fire, flax and fire! Here are fellows come in the nick to light their matches at my tinder.
"He tells you true, Mistress Glister. The doctor hath made you ordinary in our ordinaries. Satires whet their tooths, and steep rods in piss. Epigrams lie in poetry's pickle, and we shall have rhyme out of all reason against you."
Ere long he will take up his station at a stationer's, where we shall see him do penance in a sheet at least.
"Oh, I am nettled. My patience is so provoked that I must doff my modesty. What shall I do? If you be honest gentlemen, counsel me in my revenge. Teach me what to do. Make my case your own."
"Why, you are in the common road of revenge. Take which hand you will, you cannot go out of your way. 'Tis as soon taken as time by his forepart."
"Faith, since he has struck with the sword, strike you with the scabbard. In plain terms, cuckold him. You may as easily do it as lie down o'er your bed."
Glister, aside.
This gear cottons, i'faith.
"I apprehend you, gentlemen. Lord, how much better are two heads than one, to make one large head."
"You say true, Mistress Glister. There's help required in grafting, and how happily we come to tender our service. Let our pretence be to take physic of the doctor, and that he may with as much ease minister to us as we to you. We'll take a lodging in his house."
"How say you to this? Is the colour good? Dost like you?"
"Passing well. The colour is so good that you shall wear my favour out of the same piece."
"Excellent, excellent. Now shall we be revenged for the whipping. Mistress Glister, let me be your first man."
"Nay, soft, sir. I plied her as soon as you."
Glister, aside.
I should have an oar in her boat too, by right.
"How ill-advised were you to marry one with a red beard."
Oh, Master Lipsalve, I am not the first that has fallen under that ensign. There's no complexion more attractive in this time for women than gold and red beards. Such men are all liver.
Ay, but small heart and less honesty.
Yes, they are honest too in some kind, for they'll beg before they'll steal.
That's true, for one that holds up his hands at the sessions, you shall have 10 come into the bawdy court.
Gloucester, aside.
Was ever beard so back-bitten? This were enough to make red beards turn medley, and dash 'em clean out of countenance. But I hope, like mine, they fear no colours. And you were 10 courtiers, I'll front you. I must give you physic with a pox. Well, I'll pepper ye not, call me Dr. Doddypall.
Comes forward.
Master Lipsalve and Master Gudgeon, you are heartily welcome. I am very glad to see you well.
Oh, Master Doctor, your salutation is very suspicious.
Why, Master Lipsalve?
It can scarce be hearty, for physicians are rather glad to see men ill than well.
Not so, sir. You must distinguish of men, though this I know, virtue is not the end of all science, which commonly keeps the professor poor. Some study questuary and gainful arts, and every one would thrive in's calling. But i' faith, gentlemen, what wind drives you hither?
The wind, colic, Master Doctor, or some such disease.
But not the stone colic?
Oh, no, sir. We have no obstructions in those parts. We are loose enough there.
If you were troubled with that, my wife can tell you of an excellent remedy.
We need it not, but indeed, Master Doctor, for some private infirmities, which our waters shall make known to you, we desire to take some physic of you for a few days, and to that end we would take a lodging in your house during the time.
Shall we entreat your favour?
No entreaty, gentlemen. You shall command me to search the very profundity of my skill for you. Have them in, wife, and show them their lodging. I will think upon another receipt, and follow you immediately.
And i' faith, we shall requite your pains to the full.
Exeunt Mistress Gloucester, Lipsalve, and Gudgeon.
To the fool, you mean. I know you have a horn of plenty for me, which you would derive unto me from the liberality of your bodies, not your minds. Here are lords that, having learned the O.P.Q. of courtship, travel up and down among citizens' wives to show their learning and bringing up, as if the city were not already a good proficient in the court horn book. Yes, I warrant they have heads as capable as other men, aye, and some of them can wisely say with the philosopher, that in knowing all they know nothing. Well, because I am the livery, and pay scot and lot amongst you, do but observe how I'll fetch over my gallants for your sakes. They say I am of the right hair, and indeed they may stand to it, and hold the position good, saving with my wife. Soft! Are they not at pro and contra already? I know they are hot spurs, and I must have an eye to the main. They have been whipped already for lechery, and yet the pride of the flesh pricks 'em. Well, I must in. I have given them such a pill shall take 'em down, for lust must have his fill.
Exit. Scene 2. Another room in Gloucester's house. Enter Maria, above.
Now nature's pencil and the hand of time gives life and limb to generation's act. My shame and guilt in wordless notes appear, the argument of scorn. Oh, now I stand, the theme and comment to each liberal tongue, whilst hope breeds comfort and fear threats my wrong. O Geraldine, how oft thy lively figure, deeply impressed in my yielding temper, assures me thou art mine! How fancy paints thy true proportion in my troubled sleep, because sole subject of my daily thoughts! Oh, if thy vows prove feigned and thou unjust, I say and swear in men there is no trust.
Enter Gerardine.
Thus have I passed the round and court of God, without the word. Either conceit is strong, Or else the body, where true love's confined, walks as a spirit, and doth force its way through greatest dangers, frightful to those eyes that wait to intercept him. Maria! How like to Cynthia in her silver orb she seems to me, attended by love's lamp, whose mutual influence and so sympathy doth show heaven's model immortality.
Geraldine? Aurora, nor the blushing sun's approach, dart not more comfort to this universe than thou to me. Most acceptably come. The art of number cannot count the hours thou hast been absent.
Infinity of love holds no proportion with arithmetic. Think not, Maria, but my heart retains a deep impression of such thoughts as these. I have been forging of a mirthful plot to celebrate our wished conjunction, which, now digested, come to summon thee to be an actress in the comedy.
How, where, when? Speak, mine ears are quick to hear. I stand on thorns already to be there.
At Dreyfat's house, the merchant, there's our scene, whose sequel, if I fail not in intent, shall answer our desires and each content. But when sawest thou Lipsalve and Gudgeon, our two gallants?
They are in the house, so handled by mine uncle that they are the pitifullest patients that ever you beheld.
No matter, he serves them in their kind. They were infamous in the court, and now are grown as notorious in the city. They may happily prove particles in our sport, and fit subjects for laughter. Time calls me hence. Adieu. Prepare to meet.
I shall outstrip the nimblest in my feet.
Exeunt severally. Scene 3. A room in Dreyfat's house. Enter Dreyfat, disguised as a proctor, and Club as a crier.
Come, Club, come, there's a merry fray towards. We shall see the death of melancholy, wherein thou and I must call a grand jury of jests together, and pass upon them with the club law.
Now, as I am old a crier, and yet but a young club, I have not yet practised that law. You have a whole Dreyfat on't. I pray you, instruct me.
Why, 'tis a law enacted by the Common Council of Statute Caps, to qualify the rage of the time, to follow, to call back, and sometimes to encounter gentlemen when they run in arrearages. I tell thee there's no averment against our bookcases. 'Tis the law called make-peace, and it makes them even when they're at odds. It shows 'em a flat case as plain as a packstaff, that is, knocks 'em down without circumstance.
Ay, marry, I like that law well. 'Tis studied with the turning of a hand. There's no quidditch nor peddler's French in it. There needs no book for the exposition of the terms. 'Tis as easily learned as the felling of wood and getting of children. All is but laying on load the downright blow.
Ay, and by the way of exhortation it prints this moral sentence on their costards in capital letters: Agree, for the law is costly.
Good, good. But all this while there's no doctor thought on. We must have one to arbitrate.
Why, Master Gerardine, man, has his name for the purpose. He shall be called Dr. Stickler. Lupus est in fabula. Here he comes.
Enter Gerardine.
How now, lads? Does our conceit cotton? How you summoned your wits from wool-gathering? Are you fraught with matter for this merriment?
Full, full. We are in labour, man, and we shall die without midwifery.
We are ravaged with delight, like the wench that was got with child against her stomach. Oh, but if we could wrest this smock law now in hand to our club law, it were excellent.
Easily, easily. All shall be called the club law.
As how?
Why, thus. Club is the crier. I am Poppin the proctor, and you Stickler the doctor. He calls them to appear. I must be of their counsel, and you must atone them. Put 'em together. We may know their cases and be in their elements, mark you me, but they cannot be in ours. Tut! None knows our secrets. We can speak fustian above their understanding, and make asses' ears attentive. I'll play ambidexter, tell 'em 'tis a plain case, and put 'em down with the club law, so that, as Club said well e'en now, Our knavery is as near allied as felling of wood and getting of children.
Excellent, excellent. By this they are at hand. Let's bear these things like ourselves. I'll withdraw and put on my habiliments, and then enter for the doctor.
Do so. They come, they come.
Exit Gerardine. Enter Glister and Purge.
Welcome, Master Dr. Glister and Master Purge. There's a commission to be sat upon this day to open a passage for imprisoned truth concerning acts yet in tenebris.
True, I am brought hither by the malice of my wife.
And I have a just appeal against my wife.
Master Poppin, so I think you are called, I understand you have the law at your fingers' ends.
I can box cases and scold and scratch it out amongst them.
Indeed, fame reports you to be a good trumpeter of causes. I must retain you, sir, to sound mine.
My sackbut shall do it most pathetically. Tell me, in brief, the nature of your case.
Faith, sir, a scandalous letter devised to wrong my reputation about a bastard in the country which should be mine.
About a bastard in the country which should be yours. 'Tis very like you, then, it should seem.
Oh, no, sir, understand me, only fathered upon me.
Only fathered upon you. Cum nemini obrudi podest. I understand you, like you well, too. You do not flatter yourself in your own case. No, it is not good. Well, what more?
And about my niece got with child in my own house.
By Our Lady! Burdens of some weight, which you make light of. You deny?
What else, sir? I have reason.
I know it well. I take you for no beast. Believe me, Master Doctor, denial and reason are two main grounds. Stand upon them, and you cannot err. Your case, Master Purge.
First take your fee, Master Poppin, that you may have the more feeling and urge it home when you come to it.
Giving money.
Mine is a discovery of my wife's iniquity at the family of love.
Otherwise called the House of Venery, where they hunger and thirst for it.
True, sir. You have heard of the hole in the wall, where they assemble together in the daytime, like so many bees under a hive.
Come home cruratima plena, and lodge among hornets, is not so?
I cannot tell, sir, but for my part, I am much noted as I go.
No doubt of that, sir. Your wife can furnish you with notes out of her quotations.
Aye, and give him a two-tagged point to tie 'em together.
But how came you to detect her?
Why, thus, sir. Getting the word, I dogged her to the family, where, closing with her, I whispered so pleasing a tale in her ear that I got from her wedding ring. And here 'tis.
Well, out of that ring we will wring matter that shall carry me to the mouth. But what witness or proof can you produce to make good your wife's iniquity and your own cuckoldry?
Master Lipsalve and Master Gudgeon, who were her companions at that same time.
Very good. Are they cited in the quorum nomina?
They will be here, sir.
If they be, they will bewray all.
So much the better. 'Twill savour well for Master Purge.
You understand my case now?
And mine too, sir.
I do. They're as different as a doctor and a dunce, a man and a beast. Here's the compendium. Yours, Master Doctor, stands upon the negative, and yours, Master Purge, upon the affirmative. Pauca sapienti. I had.
Mine is very current, sir. I can show you good guilt.
Ay, marry, there spoke an angel. Guilt's current indeed. Let me feel't.
I mean my wife's guilt.
Master Poppin, you shall have innocence to speak for me.
Tut, innocence is a fool. I care not for his company. I can speak enough without him.
Then I hope you will be as good to us as the five-finger at Maw.
No, rather as Hercules, to lip-labour 'em with the club law. Tut, let me alone.
Enter Mistress Gloucester, Mistress Purge, and Maria.
Oh, here you are, sir. I have brought you a full barn to glut your greedy appetite. If you have any more, feed here till you choke again. Now shall I see the whole carcass of your knavery ripped up. If thou hast any grace, now will thy red beard turn white upon it.
Oh, how have I been tossed from post to pillar in this libidinous world! The yoke I bear is so uneven, as if an innocent lamb and a mad hare-brained ox should draw together. But I must have patience. There's no remedy.
There's some difference between these two tempers.
Gloucester, aside.
I would give £100 my wife had so gentle a spirit.
Purge, aside.
My wife must needs be gentle, for she can bear double.
Re-enter Gerardine, disguised as a doctor.
Here comes Master Doctor. Now rig up your vessels, everyone to his tackling.
Good day to all at once, and peace amongst you. Far how I sweat! I think Vulcan ne'er toiled so at his anvil as I have done, and all to make maids water to slake Cupid's fire, and to turn his shafts from the feather-bed to the bedpost, from the heart to the heel. Come, Master Poppin, shall we to this gear?
Reverend Doctor, we have stayed your coming. Crier, cry silence.
He cries.
Master Doctor, I have heard in general terms the tales of Master Dr. Glister and Master Purge, which have in mutual manner jumped into the quagmire of my mind, out of which quagmire, by your enforcement and mine own duty, I pluck them up by the ears, and thus, in naked apparence, I present them.
Ad rem, Master Poppin. Leave your allegories, your metaphors and circumlocutions, and to the point.
Then, briefly, thus. I have compared their tales. How short they will come of their wives I know not. And first for Mistress Purge. Crier, call Mistress Purge.
Rebecca Purge, wife to Peter Purge, apothecary, appear upon thy purgation, upon pain of excommunication.
Here I am. O time's impiety! Hither I come from out the harmless fold, to have my good name eaten up by wolves. See how they grin. Well, the weak must to the wall. I must bear wrong, but shame shall them befall.
Who is her accuser?
Her own husband, upon the late discovery of a crew of narrow-ruffed, straight-laced, yet loose-bodied dames, with a rout of omnium gatherums, assembled by the title of the Family of Love, which, Master Doctor, if they be not punished and suppressed by our club law, each man's copyhold will become freehold, specialties will turn to generalities, and so from unity to parity, from parity to plurality, and from plurality to universality. Their wives, the only ornaments of their houses, and of all their wares, goods, and chattels, the chief movables, will be made common.
Most voluble and eloquent proctor.
By Our Lady, these enormities must and shall be redressed. Otherwise I see their charter will be infringed, and their ancient staff of government, the club, from whence we derive our law for castigation. This club, I say, they seeming nothing less than men by their forepart, will be turned upon their own heads. Speak, Rebecca Purge, art thou one of this family? Hast thou ever known the body of any man there or elsewhere concupiscentically?
No, Master Doctor, those are but devices of the wicked to trap the innocent. But I thank my spirit I have fear before my eyes, which my husband sees not, because something hangs in its light.
Purge, aside.
That's my horns. She flouts me to my face, and I will not endure it. I shall carry her mark to my grave. Master Doctor, she has given me that Aesculapius, were he now extant, could not heal, nor edax rerum take away.
Produce your witness, Master Purge, and blow not your own horn.
Master Lipsalve and Master Gudgeon, let them be called.
Lawrence Lipsalve and Gregory Gudgeon, late of Hic et ubique, in the country of Nusquam. Gentlemen, come into the court and give your evidence, upon pain of that which shall ensue.
Enter Lipsalve and Gudgeon.
Here they come, in pain I warrant them. How works your physic, gallants? Do you go well to the ground? Now, cuckold the doctor. Wife, who's your first man now? Now strike with the scabbard, ha ha ha!
Villainous doctor!
Mountebank, you're a rascal, and we will cast about to be revenged.
Cast about this way, and bewray what you can concerning Mistress Purge, who stands here upon her purgation, either to prove mundified or contaminated, according to the tenor piece of your principal evidence. First give 'em the book.
Come, lay your hands upon the book. You shall speak and aver no more, nor wade no further into the cream-pots of this woman's crime, than the naked truth and the cart-rope of your conscience shall conduct you, so help you the contents. Kiss the book.
Alas, we are not in case to answer largely. But if you will have our evidence in brief, I think I kissed her at the family some 3 times, once at coming, once at going, and once in the midst. Otherwise, never knew her dishonestly.
Aye, mark that middle kiss, Master Doctor.
And for my part, I have been more mortified by her than ever I was provoked.
How say you to this, Master Purge? Your witness is weak, and, so reference on it, without sounder proof, they may depart to the close stool whence they came, and you to your apothecary's shop.
No, Master Doctor. I have another bolt to shoot that shall strike her dead. She shall not have a word to say.
Answer me to this, Mistress Purge. Where's your wedding ring?
My wedding ring? Why, what should I do with the necessary things about me, when the poor begs at my gate ready to starve? Is it not better, as I learned last lecture, to send my substance before me, where I may find it, than to leave it behind me, where I must forego it? Yes, verily. Wherefore, to put ye out of doubt, I have given that ring to charitable uses.
Nay, now she falters. My client can show that ring, got from her at the family, when these 2 courtlings had at the same time beleaguered her fort.
This alters the case clean. What starting hole have you now, Mistress Purge?
E'en the sanctuary of a safe conscience. Now truly, truly, however he came by that ring, by my sisterhood, I gave it to the relief of the distressed Geneva.
How? To the relief of the distressed Geneva? Justice, Master Doctor. I may now decline victus victa victum. 1 word more shall overthrow her. I myself was a familist that day, who, more jealous than zealous in devotion, thrust in among the rest, as I had most right, on purpose to sound her, to find out the knavery. Short tale to make, I got her ring, and here it is. Let her deny it if she can. And what more I discovered, non est nunc narrandi locus.
Husband, I see you are hoodwinked in the right to use of feeling and knowledge, as if I knew you not then as well as the child knows his own father. Look in the posy of my ring. Does it not tell you that we 2 are one flesh? And hath not fellow feeling taught us to know one another as well by night as by day? Husband, husband, will you do as the blind jade, break your neck down a hill because you see it not? Have you no light of nature in that flesh of yours? Now, as true as I live, Master Doctor, I had a secret operation, and I knew him then to be my husband, e'en by very instinct.
Impudence, dost not blush? Art not ashamed to lie so abominably?
No, husband, rather be you ashamed of your own weakness. For my part, I neither fear nor shame what man can do unto me.
Master Perch, I see you have spent your pith. Therefore best make a full point at the ring, and attend our pleasure. Master Poppin, proceed to the rest.
Crier, call Dr. Glister.
Dr. Glister, alias suppositor doctor of physic, appear upon thy purgation, upon the belly pain that may ensue therein.
Here, Master Doctor.
Who is this accuser?
His clamorous wife, who seems to enforce a separation about a bastard in the country, which should be his, only fathered upon him.
What proof of that?
Proof unanswerable, Master Doctor, the nurse's letter. Let it be read, but first observe his countenance. It may be his blushing will bewray his guilt.
Now by this light I thought it had indeed, but I see 'tis but the reflection of his beard. Read the letter, Master Poppin.
Dry Fat reads,
After my hearty commendations remembered unto your worshipful doctorship, trusting in God that you are as well as I was at the making hereof, thanks be to him therefore. The cause of my writing unto you at this time is to let you understand that your little son is turned a ragged colt, a very stripling. For being now stripped of all his clothing, his backside wants a tailpiece, commends itself to your fatherly consideration. Woe worth the time that ever I gave suck to a child that came in at the window, God knows how. Yet if you did but see how like the pert little red-headed knave is to his father, and how like a cock-sparrow he mouses and touses my little Bess already, you would take him for your own and pay me my hire. I write not of the want of one thing, for I want all things. Wherefore take some speedy order, or else as naked as he came from the mother will I send him to the father. From the 22nd, your poor nurse, Thomasine Tweedles.
Master Doctor, truth needs not the foil of rhetoric. I will only in monosyllaba answer for myself, as sometimes a wise man did. Such and such things are laid to my charge, which I deny. You may think of me what you please, but I am as innocent in this as the child new-born.
Why, there's partly a confession. The child, we know, is innocent, and not new-born either, for it should seem by the letter he is able to call his dad knave.
You take me wrong, Master Doctor.
Under correction. Thus much can I say for my client's justification. Indeed, he hath travelled well in the beating of pulses, and hath been much conversant in women's Jordans. But he had ever a care to raise his patient, being before cast down. His charitable disposition hath been such to poor folk, that he never took above 4d. for the casting of a water, which good custom was so well known among all his patients, that if 6d. were at any time offered him, they might be bold to ask and have 2d. again. He hath been so skilful and painful withal in the cure of the green sickness, that of my knowledge he hath risen at all hours in the night to pleasure maids that have had it. And for that foul-mouthed disease, termed by a fine phrase, poxont, what do you call it? Oh, the grincomes. At that he hath played his doctor's prize, and writes nil ultra to all mountebanks, so that the wise woman in Pissing Alley, nor she in Doolittle Lane, are more famous for good deeds than he. Then, Master Doctor, out of these presumptions, besides his flat denial, a more infallible ground, you may gather his innocence, and let him have his purgation.
No, Master Poppin, it is not so to be foisted off.
Nay, Master Doctor, what say you to his own niece, that looks big upon him? An arrow that sticks for the upshot against all comers, which by his restraint of her from Master Geraldine, an honest gentleman that loved her, and upon that colour from the sight and intercourse of other men, must by all presumptions be his own act.
Oh, monstrous! This is a foul blot in your tables indeed.
Wife, thou hast no shame nor womanhood in thee, thy conscience knows me.
True of thy flesh, who knows not that? Thy beard speaks for thee. Ay, ay, thou liest by me like a stone, but abroad thou'rt like a stone horse, you old limb-lifter.
Cease your clamour and attend my speech. Most worshipful, reverend, and judicial doctor, for the quickening of your memory I will give you a breviat of all that hath been spoken. Master Dr. Glister hath a cradleful and a bellyful, you see, thrust upon him, and Master Purge a headful. Your wife is an angry honeyless wasp, whose sting I hope you need not fear. And yours carries honey in her mouth, but her sting makes your forehead swell. Your wife makes you deaf with the shrill treble of her tongue, and yours makes you horn mad with the tenor of her tail. In fine, Master Doctor's refuge is his conscience, and Master Purge runs at his wife's ring.
Summa totalis, a good audit have you made, Master Poppin. Now attend my arbitrement. For you gallants, though you have incurred the danger of the law by using counterfeit keys, and putting your hands into the wrong pocket, yet because I see you punished and purged already, my advice is that you learn the ABC of better manners. Go back and tell how you have been used in the city, and being thus scoured, keep yourselves clean and the bed undefiled. For you, Master Purge, because I see your evidence insufficient, and indeed too weak, to foil your wife's uprightness, and seeing jealousy and unkindness hath only made her a stranger in your land of Ham, my counsel is that you re-advance your standard. Give her new press money.
You may enjoin me, sir,
But not at me, man. I will enjoin you, and conjoin you, and briefly thus. You have your ring that has made this combustion and uproar. That keeps still. Wear it, and here, by my edict, be it proclaimed to all that are jealous, to wear their wives' rings still on their fingers, as best for their security, and the only charm against cuckoldry.
Then, wife, at Master Doctor's enjoinment, so thou wilt promise me to come no more at the family, I receive thee into the lists of my favour.
Truly, husband, my love must be free still to God's creatures. Yea, nevertheless, preserving you still as the head of my body, I will do as the Spirit shall enable me.
Go to, thou hast a good wife, and there an end. Upon you, Master Doctor, being solicited by so apparent proof, I can do no less than pronounce a severe sentence. And yet, i' faith, the reverence of your calling and profession doth somewhat check my austerity. What if Master Geraldine, by my persuasion, would yet be induced to take your niece, and father the child? Would you launch with £1,000 besides a father's portion?
Master Doctor, I would, were it but to redeem her lost good name.
Then, foreknowing what would happen, I thought good in Master Geraldine's name to have this bond ready, which, if you seal too, ye shall take her with all faults.
That I will instantly.
Seals the bond.
So, this is done, which together with my niece do I deliver by these presents to the use of Master Geraldine.
He thanks you heartily, and lets you know.
Gerardine, Dryfat, and Club discover themselves.
That Indian mines and Tagis's glistering ore to this bequest were unto me but poor.
What? Geraldine, Dryfat, and Club?
The very same.
You are welcome to our club law.
Cease admiration here. What doubt remains I'll satisfy it full. Now join with me for approbation of our family.
Epilogue. Gentles, whose favour have o'erspread this place, and shed the real influence of grace on harmless mirth, we thank you. For our hope attracts such vigour and unmeasured scope from the reflecting splendour of your eyes, that, grace presumed, fear in oblivion dies. Your judgment, as it is the touch and trier of good from bad, so from your hearts comes fire, that gives both ardour to the wit refined, and sweetens the incense of each willing mind. O may that fire ne'er die, nor let your favours depart from us. Give countenance to their labours, proposed a sacrifice, which may no less their strong desires than our true zeals express. Exeunt. End of Act 5. End of The Family of Love, by Thomas Middleton, Thomas Dekker, and Lording Barry.